What's up, guys? Grizz Wizard here. We come to it at last. The final episode of The Legend of Korra. Book 4, Episode 13. This show has really grown on me. It has developed into something that I can love separately from Avatar, and I feel like it stands on its own merit. Not just as a sequel to one of the greatest cartoons, but just as its own damn good story. Like, honestly. Really, really glad that I picked up Korra. This has been a great journey. I have mixed emotions going into this finale here because after this episode, it's gone. There's no more Korra. I asked several episodes ago if people could weigh in and let me know anything about the continuation of the story. A graphic novel, a video, anything. I'll take it. I want the story to keep going. I want to spend more time in this world. So weigh into the comments and let me know how I can do that. If there's anything after Korra that I can sink my teeth into, I would very much like to do that. But without further ado, we've come to the end of the road. Let's find out how the story ends. Legend of Korra, Book 4, Episode 13. Let's go. I don't care what you say, Hiroshi Sato died a hero. Doesn't, take back the things he did, but still. Wow, those sprinklers were really effective at cleaning the paint off the windows. She's breaking free as madly and fast as she can, because she knows she's up against the clock now. They've infiltrated the suit. It's only a matter of time before they take her down.
We need to move fast. Sue, Lynn, climb up to the arm and try to disable that weapon.
Let's do this.
I'm going after Kuvira.
Are you sure? Well, you fought Kuvira before.
But that's because she hadn't dealt with her Zahir trauma yet. Now she's good to go. It's going to be satisfying. I hope this goes well. I really don't know. Nice. That was a sick move.
I'm going for that lever. You get the other one.
That's right. You pull the levers at the same time, it kills the power. Nice. Oh, careful! Those spirit vines look really volatile. Metal bending feels the deadliest to me. I feel like you can get impaled or cut or sliced so easily compared to, like, rocks or fire or water, Like, they're basically in a shootout. It's basically a projectile fight, Come on, Lynn! Cool. Now they can't load another shot at least. Oh, God! Whew! That was a close one. Okay, technically the weapon's operational, it's just out of ammo now, which is helpful. That helps.
The weapon's loading mechanism has malfunctioned.
I can feel someone metal bending inside the arm.
She's gonna rip her own arm off. Nice. They seatbelted themselves. That was smart. Oh, God. That's gonna blow up. The gun's gonna blow up, right? It's got vines in it. Holy shit, Bayfongs! That was amazing. Good job. Yes! The grudge match! Kick her ass, Korra! Beat that dirty fascist into the metal. And as, collected and full of determination as Kuvira is, she's panicking in this moment, at least a little bit. She's like, shit, shit, shit. She made it to the engine room. She made the classic mistake. She's too proud of her technological terror. You take that away, all she's got is a puny army. And we have superior bending on our side, so it's, the tide's already turned, I feel like.
I'm ready. Kinda busy.
Nice. Using the steam. I feel like that was an old Fire Ferret move that I'm just not remembering the reference. That's what that felt like.
2, 3. Nothing's happening. Kuvira must have done some override thing and taken control.
Is there a way to neutralize the spirit vines? Like pouring milk on them or something? I don't know.
Didn't any of their genius rub off on you? Look, the only thing I know about these vines is that if you mess around with them too much, they explode.
Okay, so let's mess with the vines. Let's blow it up.
Get those engineers out of here. I have an idea. Want to fill me in? I'm gonna zap these vines with some electricity. I said that will make the vines explode.
Exactly.
I don't have time to argue. I'm doing this.
Mako, you better be careful, buddy.
Okay. Just get out as soon as you can. Promise? Promise.
Oh, he better survive. I don't like where this is going.
I love you. I love you too.
I don't like the way they're setting this up. It's working. It's working! Oh, the music is beautiful, too. Come on, Mako! Don't you dare turn this into a sacrifice. You better get out of there. Get out the hatch, go! No! Mako! I don't accept it. No. Korra's gonna save him somehow. Or maybe even Bolin. They have to. Beat her ass, Korra. Come on. Woo! Yes, the airbending kick. It's so good. That was sick. Yes, Bolin, come on! Come on! Whoo! Jesus. I was so worried for Mako. Oh, you guys can't be in there. Holy shit! Just blew itself in half. I mean, like, they set this up for us way back in the train car. We should have known that this is what was going to happen eventually.
You're gonna call off your army and surrender to President Raiko.
Kuvira's not going to give up.
Then you would...
Come on, Korra. Have you just met Kuvira? If anything, you just pissed her off and motivated her even more. You've got to end this. She needs to be killed or captured. If she's free, she will not stop.
Kuvira! Give up!
Never.
Yeah, never. All you're doing is giving her a vendetta on top of her, like, righteous, pious mission that she feels she has.
If you really want to end it, then come and get me!
It's a trap. No, she's luring you. She found something she can use against you. Oh, what?
Now it's over.
Don't!
What, does she have one more shell? Oh, wait, no, this is it. She just fired Spirit Vine energy at Spirit Vines. The spirits are going to retaliate now. That's totally what's going to happen. The spirits are about to retaliate because she fired the weapon here.
No way. We got you. Not a chance. It's fiction.
Look, all of the Spirit Vines are starting to glow. Oh, it's taking out the city still.
Shut it down! I can't!
Then why'd you turn it on, you idiot? Come on! It's like I said, once she's made her decision, she never stops to think about if it's the right one. Oh! Full body chills, are you kidding? Oh, with the music cutting in too, that's... What a moment. Well, fuck anyone in the center of the city, I guess. Run! Horrifying. So much destruction in this poor place. That would have been the moment where everybody died if it wasn't for Wu, too. That central blast. All of those evacuees. Whoa, it's a helix. It looks like DNA almost, like a double helix. Wow.
Korra!
No.
Tenzin, there's no sign of
I think she ended up in the spirit world somehow.
Korra!
Her and Kuvira are in the spirit world, maybe.
A new spirit portal.
Yeah, they are.
What happened? Are we dead?
No, but your plan is.
Why would you save my life after everything I did to you?
Because she's the damn Avatar.
I see a lot of myself in you.
We are nothing alike.
Nah, you're just Season 1 Korra and you don't know it.
We're both fierce and determined to succeed, sometimes without thinking things through.
This wasn't how I wanted things to end. If you had all just surrendered, none of this would have happened.
No, see, you gotta take ownership of your own choices, Kuvira.
You had to know what you were doing wasn't right.
I was trying to help my people.
Now you stopped helping the people, though. You started helping yourself.
I think I get it now.
You don't understand anything about me.
And this is great. Korra's trying to just learn something from her up front instead of, like, having to unpack a trauma 6 months from now.
You wanted to create a place where you and your people would never be vulnerable again. I may not have been an orphan, But believe me, I understand what it feels like to be afraid. After I was poisoned, I would have done anything to feel in control.
It's the one attack angle that Kuvira never anticipated. Empathy. Understanding.
The spirits have returned.
Yeah, they have.
And so is Korra.
You're okay!
What are we going to do about all these Earth Empire soldiers?
Stand down. This battle is over. I owe the Avatar my life. I'll accept whatever punishment the world sees fit.
Wow. The mechs are like, damn it. We lost the war.
I'm sorry for all the anguish I've caused you and your family.
You're going to answer for everything you've done.
Yeah, sorry's not going to cut it, but I do appreciate you atoning. Hey, Boomju found his friends.
Out of the destruction, love did bloom. So that is why, dearest friends and family, we gather today to celebrate the
Oh,
wondrous
is this Varric and Julie's wedding? Yes!
between Sir Varric and the Lady Julie.
Oh, what a beautiful wedding. I love that it's Southern Water Tribe themed, but in Republic City.
Now for the vows. Thank you, Mr. Pabu. Will you promise to treat her not as your assistant, but as your honored and cherished partner?
You're darn tootin', I do.
It's going to be hard for him to unlearn all of his habits.
Do you promise to care for him in sickness and in health,
And to always do the
and
thing.
also scrub his calluses on a bi-weekly basis, which isn't really that much to ask. Okay, I'm not reading all this. You may now do the thing.
Yes, of course. Of course Julie dips Varric. That makes so much sense. I'm all in. I'm all in on these two. Never doubted them for a second.
You right?
You just make me so dang happy.
No. He would. He would have the remote control fireworks ready to go.
My cousin told me how level-headed you were during the whole evacuation.
Yeah, honestly, Wu came into his own.
I think you're gonna make a great leader, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna set you up with Korra.
That's okay, Mako. Sometimes a good evacuation is its own reward.
Oh, yeah?
You ready to get back to bossing Say and finally take the throne?
I was actually thinking of stepping down as king and getting rid of the monarchy altogether.
Wow.
Now, I know what you're gonna
Okay.
say. Yeah, I'm putting my singing career before my people, but it's none of those things.
That's actually pretty wise and mature of you.
But for now, the dance floor calls.
Of course it does. I'm all in on Wu. I've so come around on that guy. He's great.
The words thank you don't feel big enough for what you did, but I honestly don't know what else to say.
You don't need to say anything.
I mean, he loves you, Korra.
I'll follow you into battle no matter how crazy things get. I've got your back, and I always will.
No matter if it's romantic or not, he absolutely loves her. And she loves him too, just not in a season 1 kind of way, you know? They've evolved past that.
Korra, you've transformed the world more in a few years than most avatars did during their lifetimes.
Honestly, yeah.
There's so much more I want to learn and do.
You don't know how happy I am to hear you so full of hope again.
I needed to understand what true suffering was, so I could become more compassionate to others, even to people like Kuvira.
That's what it truly means to be the Avatar.
Excuse me, Tenzin. Varric is looking for you.
Wow, Sami looks incredible.
Something about wanting to borrow a glider suit to fly off the tower?
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Want to sit with me for a minute? I'm not ready to get back to the party just yet. I don't think I ever really apologized.
For what?
For being gone all that time. For not coming back sooner.
You don't need to apologize for anything.
Everyone gets it, Korra. You're the Avatar. They just want to support you.
I don't think I could have handled losing you and my father in the same day.
Yeah, is Asami okay right now? No one's really checked in on her after that.
I'm just glad I was able to forgive him.
Yeah, you guys left it on positive terms, and that's, like, it would have haunted her if they hadn't.
Honestly, after everything that's happened the past few months, I could use a vacation.
Let's do it. Let's go on a vacation, just the two of us. Anywhere you want.
Ember Island.
I've always wanted to see what the spirit world's like.
Sounds perfect.
Good for them. They absolutely have earned a break. Oh. That's really sweet. Wow! Oh, man. What a strong ending! Oh, that was fantastic. Got, like, a lot more, like, sweet and emotional than I thought it would at the end there. Yeah, that was... My head is, like, swimming. I have so many thoughts. Wow. That's such a good show! This was such a good show! Like, consistent throughout the seasons. I enjoyed every season of this show. Oh, man. I found Kuvira to be a really compelling antagonist, and I was not expecting it to end the way that it did. I really thought she was going to die fighting. And the fact that they gave her that extra level of dimension where at the end, after everything, she actually did see reason and back down. Instead of just, like, stoically, like, marching towards her own death. Like, you know, like the phrase, the hill you choose to die on, like, you think of Kuvira, right? She's absolutely that personality type. But then in the end, she saw the light and Korra was able to convince her. And that just speaks to the power of the Avatar. And I think it's fantastic writing that they would make that choice instead of going with the expected trope of you know, killing the dictator. You know, someone who will stop at nothing needs to die. This kind of doubles down on that not always being the case. And I think that goes back to one of the core themes of Korra in general. You know, it's always been about finding an alternative to fighting. Finding a solution other than just beating up the bad guys. Season 3 kind of felt like a departure from that because it did end up in just like a big-ass knockdown, drag-out fight, you know? But I feel like one of the key elements of the Avatar has always been finding alternatives to violence and finding alternatives to fighting. And the fact that Kuvira ended up backing down peacefully, you know? I mean, asterisk, right? Because, like, the city was destroyed, everything was practically leveled, everyone had to evacuate. So many people died in that. You have to assume, like, they kind of shy away from showing explicit death on this show unless they want to make a moment out of it, like Hiroshi Sato, who died a hero, by the way. But I have to believe that a bunch of civilians died, especially in those massive blasts. There's no way they were able to evacuate the entire Republic City. They were given 2 weeks. She showed up a week early. Like, a tram station worth of folks were able to get rescued by badger moles. But, like, that was a huge city. That was a huge city. I'm sure that there were casualties in the destruction. And that's really sad. Yeah, I really appreciated what the season had to say about war and dictatorship and weapons of mass destruction. Like Varric being adamant that no one should use these weapons. And like, they don't further anyone's cause and they bring nothing but ruin. And that was evidenced in that final fight. Man, I'm going to miss this show. The choreography, the awesome bending ideas. This whole season, I've been wondering to myself, like, how is this final confrontation with Kuvira going to take shape? It's going to be a siege, I would assume, of, you know, Republic City would have been a good guess, but the fact that it was like a giant mech suit fight, that's awesome. I was not expecting that little bit of Pacific Rim flavor in the end there, but it was very cool. And I know that everyone's getting tired of my constant Star Wars references, but like the Battle of Hoth was clearly referenced in there, as was the Death Star fight in Return of the Jedi, when they had to get an opening and then fight their way through the inside to destroy the machine. That felt a lot like blowing up the Death Star. But maybe that's just how my brain is wired. I don't know. Varric and Julie getting their wedding, getting married at all. Like, that was really sweet, actually, and I didn't see it coming. And I think that payoff was really cleverly constructed, too, because every time we would start to have an emotional beat between these two characters, Varric would deflect it with a joke. And so we've been conditioned to expect that from him. So when he actually responded super tenderly, that really got to me. I was like, wow, okay. It caught me off guard, and that was really skillfully done because we had come to expect him to just, like, you know, sidestep into a joke really fast. Or order Julie around, you know. Yeah, very, very happy for those two, but I'll just go on record and say that he does not deserve her. But I think everyone knows that, right? That's the whole joke. Tenzin kind of took a backseat this season, but I get it because his arc is kind of resolved already, you know. He resolved everything with his childhood and his siblings and stuff. It was cool getting to see him get back into the action for this finale, though. Like, it felt really like they were pulling out all the stops, the entire cast, so many season 1 callbacks. Getting to see Zahir a couple episodes ago, that was a really nice treat, too. They brought Henry Rollins back just one more time. Reflecting on the whole show, I think that my favorite characters would be Bolin, Julie, Boomy, Jinora, and probably Varric. I think I found them the most entertaining to watch, and especially Bolin for whatever reason, man. He's just my favorite. He's so good. Maybe I identify with him just a little bit too much sometimes. Getting to see the legacy characters from Avatar sprinkled in is such a cool treat, and I was really worried that they would like overuse them, but the fact that they were held in reserve so much made it more special. And so like I was convinced that like we weren't going to see Toph after the swamp. That was our one cameo, and the fact that she came back and like to save her daughters, like that was really a meaningful moment. And I'm also glad that we got to see Iroh one more time, and that we got to hear a couple more lines from him too. Yeah, this show has made a fan out of me. This world has made a fan out of me. Like anything about this place and the bending, I mean these characters and like the legacy and the cycle of the Avatar, I'm gonna be there for it. Yeah, I had a really, really good time with this show. Thank you especially to everybody who recommended that I pick this up after I finished the Avatar. I'm gonna rewatch this series, I think, multiple times in the future for sure. But thank you so much for recommending this to me. I'll see you in the next show. Can't wait to find out what it is. By the time you're watching this on YouTube, I'm sure you'll already know what it is. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed my reactions to The Legend of Korra. They've all been edited to comply with DMCA, which means they've been cut down here on YouTube, and you're not getting the full reaction. If you want those uncut reactions, they're all available on Patreon. There's a link to that in the description of the video. Thanks again. I'll catch you in the next one.